let's do that. Use the mic stand, have the mic closer as opposed to further away. But for this video, I am going to be alternating between crystal tapping and playing with my mushroom fidget toy collection. Someone recently commented that they really liked my crystal tapping sounds, so I thought that I would dedicate an entire video to that, but I wanted to put my own twist on it because I know a lot of people collect crystals, so I decided to add in my mushroom fidget toys, and I've tried to color coordinate, so for every mushroom I have either one or two crystals that are color coordinated to the mushroom. So let's get into this video. Start with my Selenite. This is a Selenite. Some people use this as like a back massager. I never have. It's just very pretty to look at. Selenite as a stone can be damaged by the sun and by UV light, so I am kind of nervous to have this like out with my lights, but I think it'll be fine. Like, my lights are not the same thing as sunlight, but it is very pretty. Also, just to let you know, there's typically not like a desk in between me and the camera, but now there is, so I am probably a little bit further away from you guys than I typically am, but I think that that's okay because I'm actually closer to the microphone, so hopefully the sounds will be better in this video. I have also turned up the gain on the microphone as well. This crystal actually matches my outfit. So I was trying to find a quiet place to put that down. But next I have the mushroom that is color coordinated more or less to the crystal, and that is a mostly white mushroom. So this is actually the mushroom that I carry around in my purse with me everywhere. I just like it because it's neutral, it's not too bright, but it does have some peak on it, which I'm fine with. It kind of adds a little pop, but it is not like I have some super colorful mushrooms. I have some rainbow mushrooms, I have neon mushrooms, but I like having this in public. I'm comfortable with having this in public just because it's not so attention grabbing, I feel like. Also wearing kind of Christmas colors, holiday colors, even though this video is not like holiday oriented, but I did film 2 holiday oriented videos actually at the beginning of October, so while this channel was still pretty new, so those will be coming out, and I'm probably going to be a little bit more awkward in those just because they were filmed quite a while ago, but I wanted to go ahead and get some holiday themed videos like filmed and over with so that I didn't have to rush if you like this setup with my mic stand better than you like my typical setup, which was like with the microphone over here on the table, kind of an arm's length away from me. I'm probably like overly concerned about that, but I do wonder sometimes if you guys have like a preference for where the microphone is. That reminds me of Lego sounds, and it's sort of nostalgic for me. Okay, I'm actually going to interrupt the theme of this video because I bought a Kandi cuff. This was my first Kandi cuff ever, and I thought that I had to get it because it goes with my brand. It's just 3 Mario style mushrooms, and it's quite a thick, big cuff. It was only a few dollars on Etsy, and if I remember, I will also link the shop where I got this down below as well. But these mushrooms also do glow in the dark like one of my mushrooms. It is quite big. Okay, sorry, I had to show you guys that because it's a new purchase. Next, I think I'm going to do pink. So I believe that this is Rhodonite, I believe is how you say that. And this is definitely rose quartz. That might be a clicky sound, and I'm not really sure if it's friendly for ASMR. I have a feeling that it's sort of polarizing, kind of like crinkles. Like, there are people that love crinkle noises, and there are people that hate crinkle noises. However, there's also a chance that that does not sound good through a microphone. So if you're watching with headphones, then definitely let me know if you like me rubbing tumbled stones together or not, because I'm not quite sure. I feel like it has a sort of high-pitched noise that some people might not like. So now I'm just gonna tap on them individually. A lot of the stones that I have for this video are small and tumbled just because I don't have a ton of large crystals. Okay, and then here's the Rhodonite again. I believe that is how you say that. I'm also like 90% sure that this is Rhodonite, so there is a little chance that it's actually not Rhodonite. But if you know for sure like what kind of stone this is, then feel free to respectfully correct me in the comments as always. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the pink mushroom. This mushroom actually came from a different shop than my last mushroom, and I apologize. I have the camera set to where the colors are a little bit more cooler than they are in real life. So my camera doesn't really pick up on neon pink as well as it is in real life, or in the same way that it is in real life. So it's not exactly accurate on my camera, but it's okay. So this is a stretchy mushroom. I think that these are better for ASMR, but the other shop has like beautiful mushrooms that you can customize 100%. But these mushrooms are really squishy and stretchy, so I think that these are a little bit that looks cute. I'm gonna move on to the next crystal and mushroom set that I have. This is Tiger's Eye, this orange one. And I'm honestly not sure what this one is, the purple one. So this is going to be a multicolored mushroom, but I can let you guess what mushroom it is, especially if you watched my other videos, then you might want to guess. I used to spend a lot of time trying to learn all of the crystals and their names and their properties and different things like that, but I've realized that with some crystals, especially if they're just like solid colored and they're not like translucent, it can be very hard to 100% identify a crystal. So I've kind of given up on this one. And then here's the Tiger's Eye. The Tiger's Eye has a very pretty flash to it. I used to get Tiger's Eye confused with amber all the time, but I'm pretty sure that amber is typically translucent, whereas Tiger's Eye is not. Tiger's Eye is typically opaque. And I'm pretty sure that that's the most consistent way to tell the difference between amber and Tiger's Eye. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the mushroom that matches those crystals. So honestly, I could have chosen any crystal because this is my dark rainbow mushroom. I believe the seller just calls it like a rainbow mushroom, but I have another rainbow mushroom from the same seller, so I like to specify that this is the dark rainbow mushroom. And I chose brown, like an orangey brown, because technically if you mix all the colors together you do get a brown, but there's also like orange tones. And then I also chose purple for the crystals. Whenever I get this one out to use in videos, I feel the need to like spin it around so that everyone can see every color that's on here. These mushrooms are kind of more weighty than the stretchy mushrooms. And these are the non-stretch mushrooms, so I can't really stretch these out. In the description, I will specify which seller has which mushroom. like a part of me is really afraid that they're gonna just fall out of my hands. So I'm just gonna tap them one at a time. I think that makes better sounds because I can actually hold on to it without worrying that it's gonna fall and ruin the video. A lot of this with the tumblestones is repetitive, and I'm sorry about that. I feel like a lot of my videos are pretty repetitive, but I just get into a certain type of trigger, and especially if my audience, you guys comment and say that you like a trigger, then I'm especially gonna make sure to do that. Okay, I'm gonna put down the pink Crackle Quartz, and I'll tap a little bit more on the Rhodonite. So my next mushroom is the Sapphic Mushroom. It is another non-stretch mushroom. I just feel like this seller makes more customizable and artistic mushrooms. And as per usual with my mushroom videos, none of this is sponsored. I just really like candy, especially like fidget toy candy. It's like a button. Okay, moving on to the next crystal and mushroom set. And this is my medium-sized chunk of amethyst. And because it is, I used to know the word for that, but because it is formed like it's formed, it's not tumbled, you know, it just looks like a bunch of crystal points. The light reflects off of it really easily, so I really like putting it in the ring light and moving it around. And this was actually the crystal that I used in a previous video that kind of inspired this idea for this video. And it looks like a geode on the back. I'm trying to give you guys every viewpoint because it's very pretty, but sometimes it's hard to pick up, like do it justice on the camera. I'm pretty sure a plane just went by, so I'm sorry about that. Do you like geode tapping or quartz tapping? I think that those are two very different noises. also sort of afraid to tap this part just because I've had this amethyst for a long time, like many years, and I don't want to mess up the quartz part, but the things that we do for social media. I'm gonna move on to the mushroom. That was pretty obvious, I feel like, because that was a purple crystal, so you guys had to know that I had a purple mushroom to go with that. This store has really pretty mushrooms, so I want to make sure that I show you guys, show off my pretty mushrooms. To move on to my next crystal and mushroom set. This is my next to the last mushroom set. Sorry, I think I gave away my mushroom in that shot, so that was why I was staring weirdly at the camera, but maybe I'll cut it out, I don't know. But this is Blue Lace Agate. It is also my very favorite shade of blue and probably one of my favorite colors ever. I just love this almost baby blue, but more like periwinkle color. Blue Lace Agate is a very calming stone. Also, its properties are calming as well as its color. I don't know if you can see, but Blue Lace Agate typically has bands in it. This is Snowflake Obsidian. They call it Snowflake because it is black and it has those white inclusions on it. Snowflake Obsidian is really good for grounding you and calming you down. So if you feel like your mind runs away with you sometimes, then you can definitely use this to help you focus and help ground your emotions. If you have seen any of my other videos with my mushrooms, you might know what's coming because I used these two crystals. So this is my other Stretchy looking, but I still think that it is really cute. Okay, I have one crystal and mushroom set left, and I'm gonna move on to that one. So this crystal is Citrine. It is yellow. They typically have some white too. Citrine is supposed to help with anything related to your brain, especially like focusing, concentration, and intellect. So if you have a test, you should probably wear something citrine. If you didn't study as well as you should have, especially, that is my advice, to wear some citrine. I've had this piece of citrine since high school, so for at least like 4 to 8 years, somewhere around that time frame. I'm gonna move on to the last crystal that I have for this video, and that is orange Crackle Quartz. I'm not really sure if you can see that, mainly because of my skin tone and the lighting in the video, but it is orange, but it is like crackly, so you can also see through it. It kind of looks like if clear quartz cracked and then, I don't know, someone put nail polish on the cracks. That's kind of how it looks. I'm just trying to describe it in case you couldn't see it. It kind of has the same translucidity, if that's a word, which I'm pretty sure it's not a word, but we're gonna go with it. It kind of looks like Jello, basically was what I was trying to say. It is translucent like Jello. I think this is one of my smallest crystals that I had for this entire video. Okay, we're gonna try rubbing them together again. I'm sorry, headphone users. I don't know, I feel like great, but just in case I'm wrong, I tried to do it again. What kind of mushroom would be this translucent? So, this is the final mushroom. It is glow in the dark, like my cuff, and I think it has a similar color scheme, although I got the cuff from a different shop than I got all of my mushrooms. This is another one. It just has so many colors that I have the urge to spin it whenever I'm filming with it. It is a non-stretchy mushroom. I think I got it kind of crooked that last time. It's still a little crooked. I hope that I'm not like disfiguring them, using them incorrectly and not knowing. Again, let me know if you like me using the mic stand, if you stand every time. So if I'm ever in a time crunch for a video, I'm more than likely not going to use the mic stand, but that is just a practical thing that I have to keep in mind as a content creator. I'm actually going to see if these are going to glow in the dark. I'm pretty sure they have to be exposed to like actual UV light to be able to glow, and I didn't do that, but I do just want to experiment to see if ring lights and studio lights will activate the glow in the dark powers that they have. So I will be back after I turn out the lights. The glow in the dark portion of this video was pretty successful, although I'm sure if I actually let these soak out in the sun, it would have been a lot better. So I'll be sure to do that sometime in the future, especially if you guys want that, then request that in the comments below and I will definitely do that. But